All the games are tonight, so which one do we want to see? This is a little bit more at the beginning. I do hope the password is world. And let's see where this is. The password is world. So they are turn 2. Okay, so we are catching them in a good spot. And why is Hagen's daughter coming out of shadow? Here. Wait. Oh, we're in the challenges race. Okay. So looks like Shadow's deck. By the look of things, so we see pinch, sending out of flowers, and dominance tie. So the shadow economy is fine. I'll go quickly find the decks. While we, oh, I promised to zoom in again. Back to, it's 150 Nase, not 125. So we are looking Netherlands versus Spain. So this is Sebastian playing Greyjoy and Neo playing Tyrell. And quick look at the decks. So Greyjoy Prince, we have at the gates, barring the gates, close call, nothing burns by the call, armor, goodies, weapons at the door. I'm loving seeing this back to the decks. And you win or you die. Events, nightmares, risen from the scene, we do not solve. Restricted is Euron Crowseye and all the warships that you can think of are there. Some of them are more than once, like what did I see that was surprised? Like Nightfire, there are 2 copies of it and 2 copies of White Kraken. And everything else, bot standard, there are 2 copies of Begging Brothers. We rarely see any copy of Bilbo. Everything else, Greyjoy big guys. Now let's see what the Terra 1 looks like. Yep, definitely a Shadows deck. Restricted card is Red Keep. What is this? Oh, okay, yeah, it's the pinch. So we have Late Summer Feast, one from the Iron Bank, March of the Wall, First Snow of Winter, Duheris, Morguris, and Turido. A very aggressive pot line, I would say, with the 3 resets, like Morguris, Duheris, First Snow and Marcher, like First Snow and Marcher with reset together. Oh, this is Wendy. So we see Mandam brought out of shadows and it's killing the eager deckhand. So shadow cards stuff. We have 2 copies of Pinch, copy of Underhanded Method and the attachment. Events, Clever Feint, 2 copies of Poison Coin, copy of Bounty of High Garden, and then Hand Judgment and Arabank Heavy Dew. A 2 of all of them, only Clever Feint is 3 of. And on the locations, everything is economy aside from Star Recept and Alchemist Guildhall, like 1-offs. Everything else is 3 of. Old Town Undercity. I assume Old Town Undercity was hit. Yep, not the card that was hit. And then characters we have Catspaw, Emissary, Engine of the deck, who seems like to be the Shadow Queen of Thorns. There are 2 copies of Varys, the 2 different copies of Varys in the deck. A single copy of Hound, the Dreaded Sparrows. You see Baywon, kneeling and standing. Oh, we did not mention that it's weapons at the door. So the attachment is back in the hand. This is military challenge. There is no old town in the Terrell list, which I find very surprising. We see Queen of Thorns brought out of shadows, sending the Knight of Flowers, and Knight going to oppose. Duke from London. Make number challenges. Unfortunately, the pinch was returned to hand, so we won't see that. Triggering on Baywon, he is pretty much safe now. I stop looking at chat. Who is this? Hold on. Hold on. Terra. My notes for later. So we still managed to see all three challenges done here. Thanks to the poison coin. And opposing the power challenge. A1, reason, hence judgment, and the dupe is going to go away. Yep. So now the question is, are we going to see March, or is it going to be Morgulis? I'll be tempted to play March, but only in the case I have a Mandan in hand. Although getting March here gives you priority to be first in most of the cases, unless there is you win or you die from the Greyjoy. And looks like that's his last big economy plot, big initiative plot. So I'll be tempted March to March here just because I know I have pinch in hand. Pinch is still in hand, right? Yeah, it is still in hand, so you'll be able to jump B1. And yep, we see Varys Riddle bringing his daughter back to life. Duke for the Queen of Thorns, Teaming Septum. So this should be the pinch, the second pinch, and Alchemist Guildhall. And Asha. So unfortunately no intrigue icon inside. Unless this is all bone in shadows left. But pretty much could not be that case. Not be the case. Although there is stealth on Queen, so she will probably push the challenge through without a problem. We see Grey Ghost, Marshall directly, so it's not that. So this is probably what's his face? I mean, yeah, that one. Now everyone has stealth on this side of the board. And yeah, intrigue with everyone. Oh, so what happens if this is? Now what happens if this is the little guy? Hmm. Oh, so Bayon going on a big jump. Definitely here. Okay. And claimed immediately. So looks like this is not all Billbone. Let's see, power challenge. This could be defended. Hmm. Just a post. And renown for Knight of Flowers. Team acceptance trigger for a card and AGoT. And are we gonna see military with Mandon? I feel like it's time for military. Yep. This will definitely be left on a post. And the fishmonger is going to bite the dust. Now Grey Ghost gonna trigger and cancel stop Queenie from defending. But I feel like this is a Shrewd Diplomat. Yep, power challenge. We're gonna see Shrewd Diplomat. Oh, and he's oh, it's Paros. Okay. I mean that doesn't help. Sending Knight of Flowers. Knight of Flowers was tilted. Smartly enough. And Sparrow is going to pull. We're going to see a Iron Fleet Scout trigger, and we're gonna get Balon back to the hand. Oh, that gives only one strength actually, so yep, this was more than enough. So now what's going to be next turn for plots? Options, not that great honestly. I feel like gradually probably it's time to do, was Baring played? Baring wasn't played, so time for either Baring or Morgulis. Unfortunately Queen is going to survive, but there is 3 power on Knight of Flowers, and if you can kill him you should, definitely. And then probably Won, or yeah, probably Won for the Terrell. Or March. Yep, we see Won into Baring. This is giving more chances to find dupes, which is not great. Although there is only 2 copies in the deck of Knight of Flowers, which is surprising. And let's see, so Greyjoy going first. We see Queen Alanis. Nightfire. This is going to nuke the guild hall. Oh, he did it just for the draw. That's an interesting choice. And guild hall trigger. We see Vex. So Pinch going back to Shadows. Hmm. Yeah, but it's counting his gold, so can he drag to the shadow area? Okay, so he can drag them at least. And with this he should go to 11. Now it worked. So what was the problem? GoT is fine. That was weird. Oh, that's not what you wanna see on the Greyjoy site. That card has the dreaded trait. I was the game the word for a second. Hmm. So intellect challenge, stealthing, Mandon, I assume. Oh no, he's not Ironborn. Like this. Mm-hmm. Defense 4. Mm-hmm. I included the challenge spawn. And clever feint was. So this will block the Knight of Wars probably from defending. Oh, the Queen of Thorns? Okay, yeah, because everything else could be stealthed. And we see a power challenge, I assume, with everyone stealthing these two. I don't think there is a big power icon that could come out. Gates of the God sacrifice for a card draw. Like this is going to be an opposed challenge, which will allow the agenda trigger. Yeah, but there cannot be character cannot come into play, so yeah. And we're gonna see Beowulf disappear from the discard pile. Oh, he decided to search in the deck. Why? Isn't it better to get the one from the discard pile and then draw into a dupe? You know you have Morgulis left, and you know there is another Morgulis in the last two plots. So I'm not sure what's the plan here. Also, I think it's time to pop the Iron Gate here. You need your reasons. The question is, are we going to see now a trigger of pinch? Because you definitely don't want to return valuable characters to the hand. You want to Morgulis them. And you're far away from closing. Maybe. I don't know. Oh yeah, there was he was saved once for claim. Yep, there were two. So we are definitely gonna. Looks like we are going to see pinch on the. Also, he's going to pinch the sparrows. Okay, that makes sense. But there is no another 7 card on the board, so I would have thought about maybe saving Mandan. We see Iron Gate trigger and Intro challenge. Maybe he expected a military, but obviously there's gonna be a Morgulis. And it looks like it's going to be a double Morgulis. Oh, big yawn. Long ship discarded at random. And the hotel Cornell at 11. Unfortunately, we know that the Murguris is coming. The question is, will it really come? I don't expect the Wani to the Tereu Wayan to Murguris, although it's not unheard of. I would be probably tempted to march here, just uh, in case there is Murgulis on the other side. You march your Knight of Powers or Mandan, whatever is more important to you. I feel like this is March. March is way stronger versus the Greyjoy than the Morgulis in general. Oh, Morgulis! Into you win or you die. Wait, wasn't that plate? Plate you win or you die. Oh, no one. That was a brave choice. But expected maybe. And the game is back in the middle. So next spot is gonna be Morgulis. And the Greyjoy will have to Morgulis with empty hand. Which probably feels terrible. And we're going to see March for the real side. So even if something is staying on the bot, it's gonna get marched. So Baywon, he knew the wrong thing. So he probably meant the sea tower. Kedri, so yeah, as expected, and as we mentioned. So Kedri is gonna be cancelled with the Alchemist Guild Hold and Baywon gonna get marched. But the question is, can he close this turn? There is no Great Kraken. So the only out for Neo is to have a shrewd diplomat maybe. So I'm banking the Queen of Stones to hand. So she's going to shadows. But he definitely needs a shrewd diplomat here to stop the power challenge. We see gates, so we know there is going to be a sparrows. And another card in shadows. Power challenge. So like unopposed, so unopposed 8, 9, 10. And then looks like this is it. Cutspaw. Ooh, returning into hand, that was huge. So B1 is getting marched. The question is, are we gonna see a challenge for the unopposed? And I don't think it hurts. Yep. But that was a big power swing. Although this deck has all the tools to combat it effectively, still that was a very huge power swing. So now we're gonna see Merchant Bullies. Yeah, he clicked too fast. So why wasn't a C tower played? Can someone explain that to me? Like a single copy of C tower. Also, he had economy for We Do Not Solve, and if I'm not mistaken, that was also not played. I would have definitely tried to hit the ultimate good hope on the unopposed into it. Yep, march to the wall, and Neo decided to he's going to be first. You see Queen directly marshaled with a dupe, bounty for economy. Casting Shadow. Oh, Old Town is back. And one more card in Shadow. So Queenie will bring most of them out. Unfortunately, there is not enough strength currently. Or maybe there will be for a bounce effect of some sort. Which one of the big guys is still left for the Greyjoy Prince? Actually, Euron and Victarion are still working around. I'm super curious about the Usher choice, but so Sparrows, Old Town trigger. So this guy is quickly going into the Tyrell favor now. Euron discarded at random, so he didn't have the icon. Yeah, if he played the Tower Western, he would have had the economy for Euron. Mm. 10 to 9, Lazy Leo is going to return all the events, I assume. Although probably I don't want to draw some of them. And also interesting, he didn't first trigger the Lazy Leo effect. And he's returning Iron Bank, Poison Coin and Hand Judgment for the deck. So not all of them, just part of them. Now the question is what I think we're going to see Win or You Die again. For the Greyjoy player, there are not that many other options for him, unfortunately. And probably Riddle for the Tyrell side. Makes sense. And they're just gonna go first. You see the Furbish Hulk, Little Theon, and Cartoon Shadow. So this is probably Billbone. There is exactly one gold left. You see Scheming Acceptance Marshal. Now the question is, how do you stop Theon here? You need one more strength guy for that, at least. Although even that will not help. We see Emissary triggering Bounty. One more gold. And Red Keep. Oof. Not the situation you wanna be in as the Gladiator player. We do see the military challenge, although I feel like it's useless. Also, why would you... I was about to say, why would you return this Scheme Acceptance to hand, but... We see Reason. Was there a faint judgment found? So looks like Lazy Leo and the Emissary are going. Oh, he due from the Queen? Why? So, Inter Challenge. Gate. Okay, so he made sure that there is no other safe. Military, I assume this is Billbone, so he should probably come out. Looks like it is not Billbone. And the power challenge. Monopole, power, and dominant for the win. Yep. Pretty solid game for the entire side. It was close, but in the end, good old Shadow shenanigans. Red Keep amazing. We saw it marshaled. All that stuff. I think I'm going to get a small break now, and if I have strength for another game, I'll see which one is. Let me quickly check my schedule. So there is one in like 10 minutes. So I'll be back in an hour for Catalunya Tyrell versus France Stark. That is in 23